people check into their hotels during the height of summer travel, some of them will check out with items that don't belong to them. Most of us are probably guilty of swiping the mini soaps and lotions into our luggage while staying at a hotel, but you'd be surprised at some of the luxury items people are looting. Joining me now is NewsNation travel editor Peter Greenberg. Peter, you're not referring to the occasional towel or two, or maybe even a pillow. What are people plucking out of their hotel rooms?
Well, you know, in the old days, Nick, it was the ashtray with the logo item or the towel or the washcloth. No, we're going way beyond those little logo items. People are walking out, believe it or not, with marble fireplaces. They're walking out with grand pianos. And what's even crazier than that, I mean, this is hard to believe. It asks all sorts of other questions. They're walking out with mattresses. Now, I mean, it's crazy. And the thing is, the hotels are trying other creative ways to stop them from actually leaving the building.
Peter, now you and I both know, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, now how is folks getting a mattress up out of the hotel? Peter, how are they getting that out of their room without being noticed?
I've tried to figure this one out. First of all, how do you get it out of the room and down the hall? And then you got to get it in the elevator. And then you got to walk through the lobby. No one's going to notice? Well, believe it or not, the last report we had is that this year alone, 49 mattresses have left hotels and nobody knows where they went.
Okay. Well, what are some of the other crazy things people are stealing, Peter?
Well, you know, it's interesting. Sometimes the hotels inadvertently aid in the entire process. A guest checked into the Beverly Hills, the actual Beverly Wilshire Hotel in Los Angeles, and basically once he got into the room, he took out his toolkit, chiseled out an entire marble fireplace, and then called the bellman and asked him if he could help him take it out so he could get it, quote unquote, repaired. Of course, he never returned, and neither did the fireplace. Same thing happened with the grand piano at a hotel in Paris. Now, look at that screen. Towels, you know what? People are still stealing them, but here's the one thing they're not stealing. Those large bath sheets that hotels in the luxury category put in the bathrooms, not because they don't want to steal them, they can't put them in their bag, they're too big. So that's one that's not exactly stealing, or leaving the building. But the interesting thing is how hotels are trying to figure out how to stop them from leaving the building once they know. So here's what some hotels are doing. Whenever you call down to the bell staff to say, okay, I'm checking out, can you send a bellman to my room? The hotel sends another staffer that you don't know about to do an amazingly quick inventory of your room. The bellman takes a little bit longer time to get down to the lobby, and in that particular moment, that's when the staffer can alert the front desk, there's something in your bag that shouldn't be there, and miraculously, it appears on your bill. And nobody says a word, nobody agrees to it, nobody disagrees, but the bill gets paid, and the guest leaves with whatever. Now, here's a funny one. There's an entire service for 12 that disappeared from a hotel, silver, and nobody can figure out how it happened. Turns out it was a very frequent guest that every time he stayed, he took a knife, a fork, a plate, you name it. And then all of a sudden, 2 years later, the hotel security staff alerts the general manager that a very large box has arrived at the hotel, and it basically was triggering the metal detector. They were worried about a security system. It was a suspicious box. They gingerly opened the box, and in it was a note from that traveler who said, I'm consumed by guilt. I'm returning the entire service that I took 2 years to steal.
Well, okay. Well, hats off to him. Peter, I have to tell you, this is something that we are going to laugh about in the newsroom for a while now. Peter Greenberg, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.